Hello, and thank you for joining me for today's practice. In today's practice, we are going to focus more specifically on strengthening for the bones. So, to work with bone strengthening when you're going through your yoga practice, some key things to focus on include doing enough repetitions. So, as you're going through the dynamic movements, making sure that you're doing enough of the repetitions in and out of poses. Also, making sure that you're holding for long enough periods in the static poses. So, the goal is to hold those poses somewhere between 30 to 90 seconds to emphasize bone strengthening. And also, incorporating some light weights into the practice can also be extremely beneficial when you're focused on increasing bone strength. So, for today's practice, if you have a set of light weights, you could set those out to the side. We'll do a little bit of work with those. Blanket can go across the center of the mat. And then if you have a block, we'll start in Tadasana mountain pose, and you can catch hold of your block and we'll place the long face of the block between the upper inner legs. So you'll place the block between the inner legs, let the toes land so that the second toes are running about parallel to one another. You can bring your prayer hands to meet at the heart. You're gently holding the block with the inner legs. You can feel the pelvis, it'll slightly tip forward for a moment just to move the tops of your thigh bones back. And then lengthen the tailbone down toward the space between the two heels. And you feel your lower belly kind of scoop in toward the spine. So feel a little more strength right here in the core, the abdominal region. Steady your gaze and begin a soft ujjayi breath. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Concentrating the breath at the back of the throat so that the breath creates a very soft sound. Your next inhalation, circle sweep your arms wide and then up into extended mountain. Exhale, prayer hands come together and slide your prayer hands down into your heart. Inhale, circle sweep your arms wide and up, extended mountain. Exhale, join your prayer hands over your head and slide your prayer hands down into your heart. Again, inhale, circle, sweep the arms, come into extended mountain. Exhale, prayer hands come together and the prayer hands slide down into the heart. Let's circle sweep again. So inhale, circle sweep the arms wide and up. We're going to hold an extended mountain. If it works okay for your wrist, you can interlock your hands and flip your palms to face up toward the sky. So you'll feel the inner legs hug into the block. The low belly draws in toward the spine. And your biceps hug in toward the ears just a bit. The arm muscles hugging in toward the bones. Take another cycle of breath here. Take your last inhalation here. And then as you exhale, start to release the hands. Let your arms have a feather-like feel to them as they float back out to the sides. Take the block, remove the block, place it down to the floor. We're going to take tree. You're welcome to even use a block. You could bring it to the inner edge of the left foot, and your right ball of the foot could be planted on the block for some extra support. Otherwise, right foot can come up to the calf or up to the inner left thigh. Bring the hands together at the heart while you get your balance here. So just like the inner thighs hugged inward toward the block, the sole of the foot and the inner leg hug toward one another, which will help to stabilize the balance. Steady your gaze. We're going to see about doing 3 more of those sun breaths while you're here balancing in Vrikshasana tree. So as you take your inhalation, start to sweep the arms wide up by your ears. Join your prayer hands and slide your prayer hands down into your heart. Take a breath in, circle sweep your arms wide and up. Prayer hands join and prayer hands slide down into your heart. Last time, inhale, circle sweep. Prayer hands come together and slide your prayer hands down into your heart. Inhale, we're going to circle sweep those arms wide and up. Now your hands can stay apart. If the balance is feeling a little shaky, you might bring the prayer hands back into the heart. Another alternative is to maybe interlock the hands, this time sending the index fingers up toward the sky. Take a few moments here and feel the left sole of the foot anchored, waist long, gaze is steady. Take your breath in. And as you're exhaling, we're going to release the hand and release the right foot down. So if you're using the block, just step to the outside of the block. We're going to side bend to the right just to open up this outer left hip. So right hand slides down the right leg, left arm reaches by the ear, and then you're just going to send the body over to the right so that you open up through the left side of the body. Take another round of breath here. You might even just kind of bend into your left knee a bit just to kind of shift the body back and forth to the left and then back to the center. Okay, and then we'll come back to the center, weight distribution on both feet equally. Sweep up with the right arm. Exhale, arms have that feather-like quality to them as they float out to the sides, finding the arms down by the sides, taking Tadasana stance. All right, switching into the second side, Vrikshasana. Weight comes into the right foot. You can place the left ball of the foot on the block at the inner calf, or take the foot, bring it up to the inner right thigh. To help stabilize the balance initially, just bring your prayer hands to your heart. Remember what it felt like to hug the inner thighs to the block, and you want to feel the sole of the foot and the inner leg hugging together in that way. As you feel ready, take a breath in, circle sweep your arms wide and up. Prayer hands come together, and exhale, bring your prayer hands down into your heart. Inhale, circle sweep your arms wide and up. Fingertips stretch to the sky, tailbone lengthens down. Prayer hands come together and bring them in to the heart. Inhale, circle sweep. And exhale, prayer hands come into the heart. If the balance feels a little shaky, you can always leave your hands to heart. Otherwise, arms can extend up. And the possibility of the hands interlocking and sending those index fingers up toward the sky. Steady gaze, fullness of breath, steady mind. Them. And as you exhale, let your left foot start to come down. Your left hand will find your left thigh, and your right arm will reach by your ear as we take standing side bend. Opening through the low back, the ribs, and the outer right hip. As we're holding these last few moments, if you want to bend and straighten that right knee a few times, just changes the sensation of the stretch. And then come to the center, nice deep breath in. Send a mountain exhale, soften your knees and fold your body forward into your legs, coming into forward fold. Move the block if you're using it. Hands can even land on the blocks. Take a breath in, lift your spine into halfway lift. And then as you're exhaling, let's fold in toward the legs. Let's take that halfway lift again. Breathe in, halfway lift with your spine. And exhale to fold in. One more time. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold into the legs. And you're going to bend your knees enough that you can start to get your hands down to the floor and start to step your feet back. We're going to start in table. So you can plant your hands, lower your knees. Knees are beneath the hips, hands is wider, a little wider than the shoulders. We'll do a few cat cow here. So breathe in, let the belly start to release down to the floor. And as you exhale, anchor and press the hands round through your spine. Inhale as you release the belly and lift through the heart. Out tilting in the spine, and exhale, press the hands in round through the back body. Again, inhale, release the belly, lift through the heart. Notice the feeling of the tops of the thigh bones moving back. And exhale, press your hands around your spine. We're going to do that just a couple more times. Inhale, release the belly, lift the heart. And exhale to round. Inhale, release the belly and lift the heart. And exhale to round. Okay, we have two more cycles of that. Breathe in, release the belly, lift the heart. And exhale to round. Last time, inhale, release the belly, lift the heart. And exhale to round. Come to neutral. You're going to walk your hands a little bit farther forward. You might even need to move the blocks so that they're out of the way. You can tip your hips forward. You might even float your feet so you cross your ankles. Kind of squeeze the ankles and the calves toward one another. Exhale, bend your elbows and lower down. All right, so as you come down, you can uncross your feet. Just tuck your hands underneath of your low chest. We're going to do some cobra push-ups. So press into the tops of your feet, press into your hands. You're going to inhale, lift your chest. So depending on your back, that can be a little lower. You can come up a little higher. And then exhale as you fold back down to the floor. Right, keep pressing into the hands and feet. Inhale, lift up. You want to feel your elbows gently hug in toward the sides of your ribs. Collarbones are broad. Exhale, fold back in. Let's try that a couple more times. Keep pressing down. So you anchor, and then the anchoring gives rise to the heart. And then exhale, melting the ribs, the heart. Face back down toward the floor. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Now we have 3 more of those to go. So press into the hands and feet. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Last 2 times. Press down. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Very last time. Inhale, lift. And exhale to lower. So for a moment, stack your hands. Rest your forehead onto your stacked hands. You can bend your knees so your heels pull into the buttocks and sway the lower legs, or take a little circular motion around. Okay, and then your feet can come back down. Now we're gonna take the arms and bring them down by the legs. You can turn your thumbs so they're down and the pinky fingers are pointing up, or you can even turn so your palms face the floor. Okay, your shoulder blades start to draw together. We're gonna take locust. So lengthen the tailbone down and start to lift the chest, lift the legs, and maybe float the hands away from the floor. Gaze can be down at the mat. You can always do this pose with just the chest lifted or just the legs lifted and the chest down. So just, you can always feel into what feels the best for your back. I'll hold for another few moments. You can relax your eyes, relax your jaw, draw your shoulder blades together, energize outward through your fingertips. Take another breath. And we're going to breathe in, stack the hands, and bring the body back down. And again, you can sway out the hips or bend the knees and windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Okay. Tops of the feet can come down, hands can come below your low chest. We're going to press up to the table, curl the toes, first downward facing dog, lift the knees, sending the sitting bones nice and high, and walk out through your legs, pedaling through your feet and your knees. All right, find stillness in your downward facing dog. Let's take the weight, shift it all into the left ball of the foot, and inhale, send your right heel nice and high up to the sky. And then as you exhale, curl your right knee into your chest. Step your right foot by your right wrist. We're going to spin that back left heel down. We're going to come up for Virabhadrasana to our warrior two. So you're going to inhale, circle your left arm around, turning your chest to face the left long side of the mat. And as you arrive, let your prayer hands come together at your heart. You're going to take your breath in here. So you have warrior two legs. And as you exhale, you're going to press into your right foot and straighten your right knee on the exhale. You even want to feel a gentle toning in the pelvic floor as you breathe out. Then as you inhale, rebend the right knee. If you can relax the pelvic floor just a bit as the right knee bends, and then exhale, press the right foot, tone the legs, tone the pelvic floor. Inhale to bend. Open the inner legs. Exhale, press down and straighten. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. 3 more times. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. Inhale to bend. Last 2 times. Exhale to straighten. Last time. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. Now we're going to go into warrior 2 legs for a longer hold now. So bend the right knee, stack it over the right ankle. You can always keep your hands at your heart, or to add in a little arm strengthening, you can send your arms out from your heart. Extend through your inner elbows. Reach through your fingertips. Relax your shoulders. You can keep your head facing the long side of the mat, or you're going to rotate your head so you look out and beyond your right hand. Take a breath in through your nose. Soft sigh it out through the mouth. Take a breath in through the nose. Soft sigh it out. Take a breath in through the nose. Soft sigh it out. Breathe in, press into your right foot, straighten the knee. Take reverse triangle, arc the body back, left hand to left thigh. Reach back. Take 1 more breath in here. And as you exhale, you're going to pass through warrior 2. Let your hands come around, frame your right foot, spin off your left heel, lower your left knee down to the mat. For a moment, you could even find the hands on blocks or just framing the right foot. Send the hips back, take a half split. Just lengthen the heart forward, gazes down towards your shin bones, fold in towards your right leg. Breath in, and then as you're exhaling, you're going to find low lunge. And here's where you might catch hold of those weights. So kind of scissor the legs together, right heel and left knee, and start to rise up. Arms are down by your side. You're going to turn your palms to face forward. We'll do a couple bicep curls. You're going to keep the elbows steady, but you're going to curl those weights in toward the chest. And then extend back out through the elbows. Gazes forward. Exhale, curl in. Inhale to extend. Exhale, curl in. Inhale to open a couple more times. More repetitions. Okay, and then we're going to lower the weights down, framing the front foot, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee. So we're going to step back into downward facing dog so the right foot can go back. Once you find downward facing dog, the right leg can even extend momentarily up to the sky. Bend the right knee, turn the bent right knee open to the right. Twisted 3-leg dog. Opening through the right quadriceps, feeling the rotation in the spine. Keep the lower belly engaged. And then lower the right foot back down. I'll take a breath in and out. Let's shift into the right ball of the foot. Inhale, sweep the left heel nice and high, down dog split. Take your exhalation, curl your left knee into your chest, step your left foot by your left wrist. You're going to spin that back right heel down, and we're going to cartwheel up, coming into Virabhadrasana 2 on the second side. I'm going to bring the hands together at the heart, so we'll go through those dynamic movements initially. So take your breath in here. As you exhale, press into the left foot and begin to straighten the knee. Notice a gentle tone in the pelvic floor. And then as you breathe in, bend the knee. You can let your inner legs open, relax the pelvic floor muscles a bit, and then exhale, press into the foot, and again, straighten the knee. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten and engage. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. And do that 3 more times. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. Very last one. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. Inhale to bend and then hold. You can stay with your hands at your heart, or you can reach your arms out from your heart. Extend through your inner elbows. Reach through your fingers. Your head can stay facing out toward the long side of the mat, or you can take your head and rotate your head so you're looking beyond your left hand. You're going to breathe in through your nose. Exhale, soft sigh it out. Breathe in through your nose. Soft sigh it out. Again, breathe in through your nose. Soft sigh it out. One more time. I'm going to take reverse triangle. It's going to press into your left foot, flip up your left palm. Let your right hand come to your right thigh and arc your body into reverse. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you're exhaling, we'll pass through the warrior 2. You'll bring your arms around, frame your left foot, spin your right heel, lower your right knee. Maybe find the support of the blocks beneath the hands. Are going to rock the pelvis back, find Ardha Hanumanasana, the half split pose. Feel your heart lengthen a bit forward. Chin is slightly in, gaze is down. Feel the front body softening forward over the left leg. Okay, last exhalation here. And then as you take your next breath in, let's flow the hips forward, finding low lunge. Now you might possibly catch hold of the light weights again and start to rise up. Now, as the body starts to come up, kind of feel your legs scissor toward one another, left heel, right knee. Turn your palms forward. Keep your elbows stable, but we'll curl the weights up into the chest. Inhale to extend. Exhale, curl in. Inhale to extend. Exhale, curl in. Inhale to extend a couple more times. Last one. Okay, I'm gonna start to bring the body forward. Lower the weights down. Place the hands down. Curl the right toes under. Lift the right knee. If you're using blocks, shift them out of the way. Step your left foot back. Downward dog. Once you come into that downward facing dog, ground into the right ball of the foot. Inhale, send your left heel nice and high. Down dog split. Bend the left knee. Turn it open. Twisted three-leg dog. All right, last breath out. And we'll go ahead and lower the left foot down. You can stay here in the downward facing dog, or if you prefer a dolphin, you could lower your knees momentarily, come down to your forearms, prayer, or interlock the hands, and lift the knees back up. So either down dog or dolphin. If you take dolphin, you might walk your toes in a little closer toward the elbows just to feel the hips kind of have that pike motion up toward the sky as you anchor and press the forearms. Take a breath in. And then as you're exhaling, lower your knees. We'll let the knees go out a little wider. Bring the big toes closer touching. Maybe stack the hands. Rest your forehead onto your stacked palms as you take Balasana, the pose of the child. All right, last round of breath here. All right, let's extend out through the arms for a moment. Anchor the hands, feel the press of the hips toward the heels, and then breathe in and rise up. So we just come through table and then swing the legs around. Come off your blanket support. Hold your blanket support and slide it out to the side. We're going to come on down to the spine. So you're going to bring the arms down by the sides, turning your palms to face the floor. And initially, we'll line the heels up with the sitting bones, which you can always go an inch or two wider than that, which is usually what I prefer. Always feels a little better in my knees. And you're going to let your arms bend so that the forearms are up in the air. We're going to press into the backs of the arms. We're going to inhale and let the hips lift up into the sky. We'll do a little breathing bridge here. So as you exhale, let your hips come back down. Feel the pelvis meet the mat. And then as you inhale, lift your hips again up into the air. Exhale as you lower. Inhale to anchor and lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We're going to do that 3 final repetitions. So breathe in and lift. And exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last time. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Breathe in. Lift your hips. We're going to hold right here in the bridge. Now you can stay with the arms in this position, or if it feels good, you can move your shoulders a little closer together, extend through the elbows, and then maybe interlock the hands together. So this is a bigger back bend. So you got to pay attention to how it feels in your spine. So you can always come back down to just having the forearms up in space. You could even take your hands to the outer edges of the mat and hold there. Take a few more moments here in this bridge shape. Keep your head right in the center. Chest bone is going to feel like it's lifting up toward the chin. Yeah, press and anchor into the arms. Breathe in. All right, we're going to end up releasing the hands, and you're going to lower those hips down to the floor. For a moment, go wide with your feet so that you can let your knees and your thighs fall together, and you can place your hands on your low belly. All right, we're going to bring the feet so that the heels line back up with the sitting bones. And across the right ankle over the left thigh, figure four. For a moment, press the right hand and the right thigh toward one another as you're taking this figure four shape. You can always stay right here. Another alternative is to float up the left foot and maybe catch hold of the back of the left thigh. Also an option to possibly extend up through the left heel so you get both the outer hip and the hamstring stretched. Release the back body down into the earth. All right, take a breath in. Okay, and then as you're exhaling, we'll release the hands, release the left foot, release the right foot. Switch sides, figure four, second side. Pick up your left foot, cross your left ankle over. Take the left hand momentarily up to the left thigh, and you'll feel your hand and your leg sort of anchor in toward one another. And you can always hold right here. This might be the best option for your body in this moment. You might pick up your right foot and give a little hug of the legs toward the body, maybe connecting hands to the back of the right thigh. You can stay right here. This right leg might extend up toward the ceiling, which will give you a little more opening across the back of the right leg. As you breathe out, just feel your back body settle. Feel the back of your head settle. Last round of breath here. Slowly rebend the right leg, release the hands, let your right foot and your left foot come down. Take your feet about as wide as your mat. Open your arms and just take a little sway of your knees from side to side. Okay, take a last cycle or two. Come to the center so you can keep your knees bent if you like, maybe coming back into that constructive rest shape with thighs resting on one another, or you could take your legs and extend the legs out along the mat, taking Shavasana. Let your palms face up toward the sky. Rest the hands on the belly. So if the mind feels really active or there's a tendency to feel worried or anxious, you might place the hands on the belly. This will just ground you into the physical body, helps to calm the activity of the mind. Feel your body settle. Take a last minute here. Home, please feel free. Stay for as long as you like. If you feel ready, allow your knees to bend one at a time, placing your feet flat to the mat and rolling over to the right or left side of the body. Pressing the hands down to rise up. And join your prayer hands at your heart as you sit tall. The light within me sees and bows to that same light that exists within you. Thank you.